Hello. Thanks for coming through to Larger Curves. You guys come on in. Does it feel like doing the thing? My son came and got the chair. Let's see. I'm pulling this up, you guys. I just got off the phone with a dear friend of mine. And hey, you guys. How you guys doing? Let me turn this down. I love my new intro music. I'm so thankful for my good friend, music producer extraordinaire, Adam Light. That's an Adam Light original, you guys. And it's infused with light because your girl Larger Curves. I am light filled. This bright light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this bright light of mine. Sing it with me. I'm gonna let it shine. This bright light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Yeah. I need to do more diaphragm work. Anyway, you guys, thanks for coming through to Larger Curves tonight. Yes, like, subscribe, and share this video out so we can get some people in the house. Thanks for your patience. I know I said I was going to be live a half hour ago, but I was on the phone with a dear friend of mine. There. And we got into a fabulous conversation. And when it's time to connect, I tap in. All right. All right. So we can do this in a half hour and then we'll come back at 7:15 for some other Bravo news. But right now, welcome to Larger Curve. Smash all my buttons because I love smashing. Ring the bell so you can get notified because I pop up and show sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I peekaboo on that ass, you might need to squabble up because they're not like us. Okay? But I am humble. Therefore, I sit down because it's in my DNA. All right? Anyway, so we're here today on Larger Curves for this reunion looks review and best dressed. The theme was Bridgerton. We found out from Dr. Heavenly's live earlier that she did on YouTube. That's already going very viral. And I had we are going to be looking at, we can rank them in the chat anytime. You can put your numbers from 1 to 8, rank them first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. You know what I'm saying? And in the meantime, while you guys are getting your list together, I'll give you my list and the why of it. Okay. Now, I did have a different list earlier because when I did my list on the clip that I put out when this first got dropped, as far as their looks go, in the collage of pictures, the little boxes where they were placed, it translated different than the actual looks themselves. You know what I mean? And but upon further inspection, and now finding out the theme was Bridgerton, they were going on the Bridgerton theme. Thus the what are those lilac colored flowers in the back? Willows. So in the Bridgerton theme of things, I'm giving the bottom row is top and the top row is bottom. Okay. And pretty much in the order of left to right as it looks here. Um, Mimi nailed it. She looks like an angelfish. She was my top. She was second the first time around. Um, I gave it to Dr. Heavenly. No, Dr. Heavenly could still be first. It's a tight run. Like this choker on Dr. Heavenly really does not do it for me, but it's not as bad as the choker that Kay had on Real Housewives of Potomac. And I did not like that choker either. I like the kind of choker that Janet Jackson had on in the video where that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Oh. Remember that video? And she had on that choker, that beaded choker. Like I like chokers like that. Like all this choke me diamond stuff, collared, choker, 50 shades of diamond, collar, choker stuff. I'm not into it. I do love a good mermaid, fishtail type of happenings. I dig it. Um, and I loved up close. This is the beadwork on this is sublime. I love the nude peekaboo-ish type thing going on. I wonder if it's completely strapless. We don't know because of the hair. I would have liked her hair up. But now knowing that it's Bridgerton, I made Mimi first because she was second. And I feel like the draping on Mimi's look is yeah, the draping on Mimi's look is very elegant, and I feel like it's very I don't know. There's an elegance, a refinement that I could see that at the Bridgerton party, not the see-through mesh part, but perhaps like, a little more bustle and something you know, I could see that being like on the Bridgerton ballroom floor, as a reveal of a lady who like how the Bridgerton lady, instead of being like, the dowry lady, she became elegant, right? So because of that, Dr. Mimi can be first. Definitely Dr. Heavenly is definitely second, choker and all. And she had us a nice little train on this that didn't translate in the remove BG, but I do think that that added to the elegance. Now, Quad's look, the reason she stayed third um, was because I just like it. It looks great on her. Her melanin is popping. It's refined elegance. It's not too much. It's just enough through the shoes, the jewelry, the hair pulled back, just really giving us that melanin clavicle is just like so sexy. And the shoulder thing is very regal. Um, I like the setting of the shoulder thing, like where it's placed. Some of these structured shoulder dresses have been kind of off in their placement and angledness. Like I know there could have been wanting to be drastic, but it made it look costumey. Whereas I feel like Quad's dress here looks almost Christian Serrano with the liquid going on. You know, he's doing a lot of liquid sculpture things on the runway these days. And not on the runway, but at the red carpets, rather. A lot of the ladies are wearing this like liquid thing he has going on. And it looks like, you know, the reflection of water. I thought it was blue. As it turns out, it's like a lilac frost. But the placement of the shoulder thing on Quad, I think it's very elegant and not obscure. I think it adds to the sexiness of the dress in a way. Um, the the thigh slit is not like groin. You know how like these thigh slits are out of control, you guys. These thigh slits are out of control sometimes. So I'm nice to see that her thigh slit is modest, and I liked her train also, but I liked it a lot. And the color on her melanin is just like chef's kiss. Next, we're going to go on to Contessa Metcalf. And the only thing, okay, so when you're going to wear these push dresses, there was a lot of implanting reveals going on over on Potomac, I felt like. And I don't know. I feel like just because you have implants doesn't mean I need to see the number of CCs because you decide to wear a tight ass dress. Like it looks uncomfortable. It doesn't look natural. Quads looks natural. Um, the there's no upper roundness that kind of happens from implants, and I know Contessa can't help it because she had her double mastectomy and then reconstruction. And I would say there's still a way so that you're not pressing them so that it looks painful. It doesn't look comfortable. And like when I wear dresses that do that, and I have, you know, breastises that are large and fluffy, and I don't really like them bent up or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, but to each his own. But her look is classic, elegant, refined. I could see this on a Bridgerton dance floor with like a sheer in place right there, or some satin where the thigh is, because it's so high on her. I almost feel like her hand was covering something. Remember the year on Real Housewives of Miami when who's the girl? Marisol wore that dress and it ripped. Remember? And and every time she got up and she had to keep using the bathroom and it was just ripping and ripping and ripping. And like her hand couldn't stay there enough for the rip that was happening. And so there's the thigh slit, and the placement is, you know, if she had a 70s bush, you would see hair when she walked. Like, but I like the dress and the look and her. I love it compared to the time we got the picture frame and the ponytail, and she had that mint green on. Because, you know, she misses a lot. I feel like she's been getting it right. Whoever her current stylist is has definitely stepped up and met the challenge of amplifying the beauty of Contessa, and in a way that's chic and sexy, because we know she likes to be sexy. But at the same time, I feel like she's getting away from the costumes when it really, really, really matters. And like this is one of the times where there is nothing costume about this. Um, I love that there's no necklace, the earrings, the hair being to one side with that slight feather. The nude shoe, is that a nude or a slightly same color shoe as the piping on the dress? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So then we'll go up to Jackie, who I was confused, you guys. When I see this up close, I was like, did Rihanna make this? It's like the sporty little number. It looks almost like it's even sweatsuit material. Now, knowing the theme is Bridgerton, I think they were going for those capes that the ladies wear uh over their shoulders, but usually those capes are modesty capes to go over your shoulders, not necessarily just like something to like trail behind you on your arms. Like it's like a cape for your arms, not your I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of off white. What color is it? I don't know. Is it a pink? Is it a blush? I do love nudes on melanin, but that's not her nude, you know. Something about the style is enough like Mimi's for me to give her number 5. But that like bralette thing was kind of like bent up, and the freaking I'm like, is it attached to the dress or is it not? Is that in a tube top with a tube dress and then a freaking cape? But I did like her hair a lot and her earrings. She looks so freaking young. I'm like, is she drinking the placentas of the babies that she's birthing? Do they leave them as parting gifts for her to partake of so that she can reverse age? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure, but Jackie has it going on and she looks fabulous. I don't have a lot more to say. But yeah, I was confused. I'm like, ballroom activewear. And then we're going to go to Toya. Toya, she wore this dress last year without a train underneath the flowers. This is exactly the dress from last year, except for she found somebody to add feathers and put a train underneath instead of all those white rose petals. It's the same cut, it's the same everything, except for this time she has her hair down. And last year she looked really cute. I think I gave her like number 3 last year. So she did a repeat, and I still think she looks better than the last 2. So that's why we have Toya coming in at number 6 on LRGA Curves list of best dressed from 1 to 10 on the um, Married to Medicine reunion. We started with number 1 because we started, why start at the bottom? Start at the top, go trickle down. Start at the top and trickle down, right? So we have Mimi, then Dr. Heavenly, then Quad, then Contessa, then Dr. Jackie. Now we're on Toya, Toya. You guys look it up. Look up pink, Toya Bush Harris pink reunion dress. It's going to come up from a February 2024 picture. So last year, this time. I'm not sure why she would wear a dress that's so exactly similar to the other dress. She just found somebody to like make the frickamabobs, the little what are those things that kick up like that? They're higher this year. There's more tulle under it this year than there. The flowers were like kind of like she was a bouquet of flowers, and her legs were like the handle of the flowers, and it was upside down. Did you guys get the message? That's kind of what it was. And now this time these feathers, um did they have a feather thing on Bridgerton? I'm not sure, but you can't. Feathers do regal. But the dress is cute. It was cute last year too. I like her shoes. Again, no necklace required when you have that melanin clavicle going on. Freaking melanin clavicle, collarbones popping everywhere. The semi-glutide Majerno is doing its job. Everybody's chiseled, tight and right, of course, along with exercising and proper diet. Then we're going to go on to Dr. Pancakes, Simone. I'm giving her next. She can have number 7 because this is the best she's ever looked at a reunion, you guys. This is so much better than the Med Gala. Remember the Med Gala? It looked like Children of the Corn was getting married. Remember? That was kind of scary. Cecil might have had to blink twice and been saved. So yeah, put it in the chat, your guys. Numbers 1 through 8 from First to 10th, from first to last is number 8. And yeah, I love it. And so yeah, Simone's dress was okay to me, but like that nude part, if you guys, when you guys go to Bravo or wherever you can see these images, um, check out like that nude part that usually, like, you know, when ice skaters have that see-through, how it's usually closer to the actual skin color you have. And with all the melanin collarboning going on, it does stand out really, really drastically that that's not the right color mesh, Simone. And it's very loose. It was like ripply. It was weird. I thought there was another pattern or something going on. I don't know. And then that awkwardly placed slit, and it was just a lot going on. And then, so this is the placement thing I was talking about. So with Quad, the placement of her actual, um, the placement of her actual shoulder thing is perfect. Like the way it's just set slightly off the collarbone, so it's not bunching her head. It does not in competition with her face or her head, like those damn earrings Bose had on in the freaking Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Those red vaginas she wears on her ears. Those are huge. It looks like huge, hairy red vaginas on her ears. I can't even. They just shouldn't. It's too much next to such a beautiful face. And so Quad's thing is placed very ever so. The structure of it is great. It adds elegance. Whereas then we have Simone's, and I feel like also had Simone's dress been a little longer in front, and we didn't necessarily see that freaking shoe that she had on, if we didn't necessarily see it, I think that could have added to the elegance of the dress. But just the placement of the freaking what's a majig, the placement of the shoulder art, and the way it's just kind of looks like they took the material and balled it up, and like they were going to do a toga knot and decided, fuck it, let's ball it up and send her out. And it's just awkwardly placed. I feel like it's way too close to her neck. It almost looks like a turtleneck thing going on. It's way too much right there. And then that slit just looks weird. It almost looks like it wasn't supposed to be there. Like it's not even like the design of it isn't like aesthetically enhancing to the elegance of the look. I feel like it looks like it's almost supposed to be straight, and then they were like, no, let's make it crooked, or I don't know, either way. But it is one of her best looks by far. The hair in a bob, with all that going on so much next to her chin, her neck, and her ear already with that freaking shoulder knot. Maybe having her hair on one side, like Mimi or Contessa, or maybe having her hair up and back, like she likes to wear, would have been better suited, and it would have made it better. But at this point, it kind of looks like it almost, you know what that knot on her other shoulder looks like? It looks like that is the actual other sleeve that slit really was in the middle, and maybe there's like a mesh thing happening, right? And she took off the other sleeve, they put it across her, balled it up, and put it on her other shoulder for art. That's what it's giving. And it kind of looks like a t-shirt. So that's why she's there. And then we have Sweet Tea, and she's feeling herself, but I'm not feeling this dress. This dress looks like Maud. It looks like Roz. It looks like Betty White. It looks like all the Golden Girls got together and they were like, you wear it, Dorothy. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, and I feel like it was supposed to be like kind of 40s driven, like old fashioned glam, but I'm not getting Bridgerton from it. What are those two freaking points? What are those 2 points on the top of her titties. I don't know. I do not like it, Sam. I am. I do not like green eggs and pointy things above her titties, Sam. Okay? I do not like it. And she would have done better to fold those things into her dress. And I might would have thought, oh, that's exactly what the girl wore in Bridgerton before she let the guy finger bang her in the chariot. Remember? Remember she let the guy finger bang her in the chariot on the way home after she wore a dress like that? Kind of off the shoulder with her heaving bosom. And then she she got in the chariot with him. Remember? So that could have been that look. I do not know what those things are on her titties. Just like I didn't really know why on Ashley Darby Forehead's dress, she had that all that going on around her breast assist. And on, like I said already, that cast, all those implants were smushed with the roundness so close to the chin, it looks painful to watch. But yeah, I feel like it could have done a lot more. I like the color. I love a good seafoam green. It reminds me of all the 80s bathrooms I've ever seen. Because I'm that old. And well, that young. And as far as like color scheme, it's giving Bridgerton because this is the actual picture from the Bridgerton thing. So all the ladies compliment the color scheme of Bridgerton, the elegance of Bridgerton, and they all did their best. And I'm here for it. Let's look at some of these comments. Let's start with Roz since they're playing. Miss Quad is number 1. Dr. Mimi's number 2. Dr. Heavenly is number 3. Dr. Contessa is number 4. Toya is number 5. Dr. Jackie is number 6. Sweet Tea's number 7. And Dr. Simone is number 8. I could see that. But the reason I put Simone before Sweet Tea is because Simone usually gets it all very so wrong. Like this is like, I mean, it's really not Bridgerton at all, but for her, it's great. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have her before Sweet Tea. This thing from Sweet Tea, it's not, at least all the other dresses have like a special flair to them. Every other dress has a special flair. This looks like a mint green dress that had straps that she cut and then she was like, oh, it'll be cute if I leave this part, and then snatched a satin bed sheet and wrapped it around her. I don't know. It's not giving what it needs to give. So let's see. Happy Thursday, everybody. Thanks for being here. Roz, Bianca, Smiling with Aaron D. Thanks for coming through. Q. Right on. Happy Thursday. Emmanuel. Yes, Sweet Tea is the best, Emmanuel says. Right on. Yes, happy Thursday, Dustin Butler, Bonita. Yes, thanks for coming through. Yes, Aaron D. Yes, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Happy Thursday, everybody. DV is in the house. Right on. Yes, you voted Mimi as best. I love was taking risk, work out beautifully. Yeah, it's gorgeous. She looks like an angelfish. Doesn't she look like, what was that fish with Will Smith as the voice of the fish? And then he was washing whales. What was the name of that movie? Anyway, and they have that angelfish girl in there. She looks like one of those angelfish that you could get at like CVS or Walgreens. Allie from Miami's in the house. Bonita Howard's in the house. Thanks for coming through, everybody. And I said hi to Dustin, right? Yeah, so I'm going to go off and come right back with some more freaking Bravo news. So be sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. On your way out, go ahead and ring the bell so you can get notified next time I upload videos. And so you can become part of the beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here in the YouTube streets. You know what we like to do? You know how we like to say, there's enough to go around. So go get some. See you in the next video, people. See you in the next video.